Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Science with Yllie. I'm Yllie. In the last video we learned about atoms and touched a little bit on elements. In this video we're going to learn about compounds, molecules, learn about the different types of mixtures, what a mixture is, and we're also going to do some really fun experiments. We're going to make our own lava lamp, and we're going to break the water molecules. We're going to separate the hydrogen and oxygen bonds from the water molecules. So buckle up, put on those thinking caps on, and let's get ready to learn some science. The properties of matter depend on the type of atoms that matter is made of. Matter exists in two forms. It can be a pure substance, like a diamond. A pure substance means that it has an unbroken design, clear-cut chemical properties. So diamonds are made of purely carbon and nothing else. It's just purely carbon. Or it can be a combination of different substances. If you watched my last video, we learned about atoms and how atoms are different based on the numbers of protons they contain. Water is composed of two types of atoms. Water is made of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. Water, like I said earlier, is made of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. So let's try to break this water bond into just hydrogen in one container and oxygen in the other. Here's what you need. You need a plastic tub, 3 elastic bands, 2 test tubes with lids if possible, baking soda, graphite pencil lead, water, a 9-volt or 6-volt battery, 2 pair of crocodile clips, waterproof tape or duct tape. And don't forget safety glasses. Very important when you are using chemicals in your experiments. It is very important to protect your eyes and also have an adult help you. First, put 1 rubber band over the plastic tub. Next, take 1 rubber band and place it across the bin. Do the same with the other rubber band. Now, place the test tubes between the rubber bands to keep them in place. Get 2 graphite pencil leads, or if you don't have that, you can get 2 pencils and sharpen both ends. Now clip on the ends on the leads and use duct tape or waterproof tape to tape it down. Place the test tubes over the leads. Clip on the battery first before adding water. Mix about 3 teaspoons of baking soda with warm water. I dyed the water so you can see better the bubbles. You do not need to do this. Now remove the test tubes and fill them with water and put the lead back into the tube. Try to get any air bubbles out of the test tube. Now you can see the gas being collected in the test tubes. This will take hours for the gas to completely fill the tube. The graphite attached to the negative terminal of the battery collects hydrogen gas, while the other one connected to the positive terminal collects oxygen. You can actually test which tube has hydrogen Hydrogen is explosive, so please have an adult supervise you and help you. But don't worry, you don't have enough hydrogen to wreck your house. It will just make a really cool popping noise. Here's a video of me testing the hydrogen that was collected in the test tube. I've slowed it down for you so you can see the reaction. Now I'll play it in real time so you can hear the popping noise. Wow! Wasn't that amazing? We got to see chemicals react. Science is amazing. Alright, so let's talk about mixtures. A mixture is a combination of two or more substances. A substance is a mixture. The substances in the mixture may be elements or compounds. So what makes it a mixture and not a compound? Well, compound, when you mix two things together, you get a new thing. Like I said earlier, salt is made of two elements, sodium and chloride. And when used separately, they're dangerous. But when put together, they create something harmless, something new, something delicious that you can sprinkle onto your French fries. A mixture is something that you combine together, but you can't mix. For example, oil and water. A lava lamp works because of two different scientific ideas: density and polarity. Density is the measurement of how compact a substance is, how much of it fits in a certain amount of space. Polarity prevents the oil and water from mixing together. Water molecules are polar because they have an uneven electrical charge that attracts other atoms. The end of the molecule with two hydrogen atoms is positively charged. The other end with oxygen is negatively charged. Just like a magnet, where north poles are attracted to south poles, the positive end of the water molecule will connect with the negative end of the other molecule. Oil molecules, however, are nonpolar. They don't have a positive or negative charge, so they don't attract water molecules at all. And that is why oil and water don't mix. So let's get on making our lava lamp. So to make your own lava lamp, you will need cooking oil, water, food coloring, a jar or plastic water bottle. Look in your recyclables and see what you can find. I used an Alfredo sauce jar, cleaned it out and took the label off. Also, keep the lid if you can. That way you can preserve your lava lamp after you've made it. Let's start off by filling the flask most of the way with vegetable oil. A little bit over halfway. Choose a color you like, or you can mix colors to make different colors like blue and green to make teal. Now add the water to your container. The water will sink to the bottom under the oil and look like little colorful blobs. Now you can add a whole Alka-Seltzer tablet or break it into pieces and drop them in the flask one at a time. Watch your lava lamp erupt into activity. As the reaction slows down, simply add more Alka-Seltzer. And that is it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed these experiments as much as I did. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Turn on the notification bell so you know when a new video is uploaded. And until then, I'm Yllie. Stay curious.